My Bubbles, I don't know what he's doing. Like trying to come out, turn around, do everything. He just went outside. He's back in. It's acting like he wants to go back outside. Now he's running from me. It's like, no. I'm gonna go this way. I wanna see you right now. He just ate some worms. I said about 6 worms. Yeah, it's my buddy. His name is Pablo. He grew up in his eyes. His eyes aren't doing so well. His left eye's been giving some trouble. It's going kind of blind. And his right eye, I don't know what's going on with that. It has something like growing off of it. I thought it was from him shedding, because he had it for a little while, and then he had shed and he got rid of it, and it started coming back. And I'm trying to see if it was some kind of parasite or worm or something. But I was a very expensive chameleon. He is not wild caught, wild bred, anything. He comes from chameleons. He's very expensive. He's my buddy. He wasn't supposed to make it. He was born with a crooked tail, so he had some kind of, maybe a little metabolic bone disease there. But I don't know. It might have just got twisted or bent or whatever, but I loved him ever since I got him. Had him 3 years now. Well, probably he's almost 4. Almost 4 years old. I had him 3.5 years. Got him when he was 5 months old, just about 5 months old. And he roars sometimes. Usually his pretty colors are at night when he's sleeping. Because nothing really bothers him. He doesn't care about being put in a mirror. Other chameleons don't bother him. TV, computer, like I said, mirror. He does not care. He tries to climb it usually. He'll try to climb the mirror, and that's about it. But usually worms or food that he likes will make his colors come out good. He actually can turn orange. Everywhere where it's like red on his body will turn like a bright orange, yellow. His face turns very orange. His bars get real turquoisey. Kind of looks like the Miami Dolphins. He gets like the Miami Dolphins colors. But that's Pablo right there. That's my buddy. I talk to him all the time. I don't care. People are like, chameleons are deaf or can't hear you, whatever. I don't care. That's my buddy. See him right there? That's my buddy. And my buddy has a will to live, unlike anybody. Okay? And when I first got him, see how his tail is? I don't know if you could see it. He's way in the back of his cage. His cage is pretty big. But, right where his tail meets his body, it's like bent a little bit. You see there, you can see it's like kinked. So his tail isn't real big or thick. You see, like it should be thick as his body. It should come straight off his body, but it doesn't. And he's been like that ever since I got him. The people told me about it before I had got him. They sent me pictures, exchanged email and all that stuff. And he was pretty like Christmas colors. He was very dark. He had a lot of black and dark brown colors. And when I got him, he was bright red and blue, and he was like a mini Godzilla running around and couldn't wait to get out of the container. And I know I wasn't supposed to touch him. I was just supposed to put his container in the cage and let him out, but he was pretty big. He's not that big now. Like, he topped out, but he's been, when I got him, he was almost this size. It's the crazy thing. Like, he was like 5 months old, and he was pretty big. Here he comes. I have all these, this is one pothos plant in here that I've had as long as I've had him. I got it, it was a little baby, and now it's grown everywhere. And so I tie it up around these vines. So he has all these different walkways. This is one of his favorite vines right there, though, on the side. He'll come from the back and come to the front to this little U branch right here, Y branch. And that's where he'll put his head and come get some water from me. That's why I will give him water. He drinks it like a baby, like a little cute boy. But yeah, that's my baby. And yeah. Oh, that's what I was saying about his crooked tail. Yeah, well, his little tail, he has it's just, you know, kinked and bent, but it works fine. You know, it's still prehensile. He hangs from it and all that stuff that he's supposed to do. He's mad that he got too big to climb on the screen. See, I got wires taped to the wall. But, yeah, he likes to climb on the screen. Well, he used to when he was little. He's mad he can't hang upside down. So he always tries to do it. He still tries to just hang upside down, even though he can't. He never gives up. It's my buddy. He doesn't. And it's crazy because, out of a lot of lizards, chameleons are one that they don't have a will to live, you know? So any of you people who have chameleons, you know that, like, vets and, you know, I guess breeders and everybody, they're like, oh, well, they don't have a will to live and everything. My buddy right here, he has a will to live. My buddy has gone through all types of surgeries, and I'm happy that he made it through every one of them. I had to, he had a prolapse when I first got him. I'm going to see if he's going to drink some water. He's coming over here like he wants some water. Hi, Bubby. Let's see if he wants some water. You want some water, Bubba? Hmm? No? You running from me? Where you going? Yeah, I just had him outside with me. We were on the trampoline. Not jumping on the trampoline. So, you know, I don't want to get people telling me crazy things. But, yeah, this is pretty much it of chameleon ownership. Just, you know, walk around, dirty look like little jerks, behave like jerks. But, I don't know. They're kind of sweet, like my Pablo. Yeah, but so anyway, talk about his little surgery. He's hiding from me. He's hiding from me, Bubby. I see you. Yeah, I'm right here. Yeah, he's looking at the phone and everything. He's just like, what are you doing? He's like, I want to get away from you. And I'm like, no, Bubby. But if he wasn't on camera, he'd be all up here, being all over me. And it's just a little phone. It's not like I have a big camera. He knows I'm doing something. Up. Missing it, Pop? Where you at, Bubby? Grab my finger. There we go. He doesn't like when I help him. He gets mad. He's like, I could do it myself. I'm like, I know you can. I'm just trying to help, buddy. I try to help my Bubby. But, yeah, I'm very pleased with him. He has a great personality. He has a very good temper. He doesn't get angry much. He'll blow up sometimes, but he doesn't really, yep, we gotta go this way, buddy. Good job. He doesn't really, like, roar at me too much, unless he's shedding, or if I just kind of piss him off. And that's like these vines, when they start growing too far, I'll move them around and tie them and wrap around different things. And since this is his home and territory, he gets pretty upset with me. So he'll come over and like grab my fingers or something. He'll come over and just grab my fingers and look at me and try to tell me to stop. But one time he hit me in my shoulder with his tongue, which I didn't know that they did that for any kind of thing. And all the so-called chameleon experts are like, oh, well, he was trying to do this or that. He was trying to tell me to get away from his stuff. You know, like he was just sick of it. I was messing with his whole habitat. He was mad. He was like, stop it. It's mine. You know, he gets fixed in his ways. He gets happy with how it is. That's one of his sleeping corners. That back stick is like his sleeping branch. He'll sleep there, or he'll go to that side, or he'll wake up all middle of the night and go over there. Like, this is his spot, though. And, yeah, can't really see it too good. The branch he was on, well, there's this stick back here. There's a, like, wooden dowel. And they call that his girlfriend branch, because he would go to sleep on the branch, and he would hold that with his hand, like it was his little girlfriend. He'd hold it and go to sleep. Used to be so cute. Okay, well, this is Pablo. This is my buddy who's a survivor. He's been almost 2 years now out of surgery, hasn't had a surgery. He's been great. You know, buddy. My buddy's tired now. He's been up since before 6. I think the time it is now. I know it's like 5 something, so he's going to be going to sleep pretty soon. I see him trying to want me to leave him alone. What is it, 10 minutes I've been recording this? Yeah, it's a little long. Yeah, but, so my puppy had a prolapse. His little penile things, they were out, and they were out for a good while. Every time we kept trying to put them back in, trying to do everything it said online on the message boards, chameleon forums, and going to the vet. And I live in Connecticut. No vets in Connecticut wanted to do it. The only vet that I found that would do it was in Rhode Island, and it was crazy amount of money, crazy about the distance. They wanted me to sign all these papers because they were like, telling me basically, well, we'll do it, but he's gonna die and all this stuff. And my whole thing is I didn't want him to live like that, and I didn't want him to have to suffer and everything. So I was like, if there was a shot to fix him, then we're gonna fix him. That's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, so they wouldn't do it. And then big shout outs to Kensington Vet, which I don't know what they're called anymore because they might have changed. I got a thing in the mail from them, like a newsletter. I don't know if they're still Kensington Vet, but they were the ones where they were one of the people. They called me back because I was calling so many places, and I spoke to the vet, and she was all about it. She was like that she was looking it up while I was talking to her. She was like, they only need him for mating, so if you're not mating him, he really doesn't need him. And we opted to amputate him. And so he amputated, and he's been great. She called me, and she told me that he woke up from the anesthesia, no problem. He was wide awake and active, and he wanted me. When I went to pick him up the next day, he was just as mean as can be to everybody. Wouldn't let anyone pick him up, and he saw me walk through the doors and just got all big and bright and was trying to run to me from, 20 feet away, and it was great. But they're kind of a hard pet, but they have a weird personalized type of love that is only for you, It's like, they can like other people and tolerate them, but they're still kind of like a potential predator as far as they're concerned. I always say that like as a joke, because he just looks like that. He's like, oh, potential predator, Like he'll take water from me like it's a bottle, like a baby. Like he just sticks his tongue. He'll drink that. He'll eat from my hands and everything, worms and crickets and whatnot. I have a cup right there. It's his feeder cup. His cup is empty today because he ate yesterday. He had dusted crickets yesterday, and I gave him some worms a little while ago. Well, not a little while ago, but getting all lost. I like to feed him early morning usually, so he can have time to digest and everything. And like I said, he's trying to hide from me. I see his other eye looking over at me. He's trying to hide back there. He's pretty mad because I guess I've been messing with him for about 3 hours now. I had him outside and everything. And I think I'm going to clean his cage. See the bottom? It doesn't look dirty, but there's like a few, like various little dirt from him like walking down there in the plant. Kick out some dirt. There might be a few poopies somewhere. I don't know where they are, but probably back here. But yeah, so once I stop doing this, I'm just gonna clean all that up and let my buddy go to sleep, shut his lights off, and it's still bright outside, but it'll get dark. And that's it.